of our Olympians to join us on stage. Let's hear an almighty cheer, roar, round of applause as we welcome on stage international swimmer Mark Foster. Mark. How are you, Mark?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Great. I just want to quickly get a microphone for Mark. Where? Oh, there it is. I can't believe it. Who put that there? Mark, I had a chat earlier with Catherine, of course, with our other fellow Olympians from both Team GB and Paralympics GB. Give us your take. How would you sum up your vision of this year's Olympics and how proud we are of not just our Olympians but also the effort behind the scenes?
I think the thing is, a lot of people have said that the main highlight for me personally was, I think on the field of play, whether it be in the water, on the lake, on the track, if you like, the performances were mind-blowing. But the thing that made the Olympics, first and foremost, was the public, the way the public got behind it. And I think when the flame came in 70 days to go, just the way the whole community got around the Olympic Games, I think people first of all thought, well, it's in London, we're not a part of it. And all of a sudden, when that torch arrived, people don't know what the torch was, but the Olympic torch as it went around, it just captivated the nation. And I think as it got closer and closer and closer to the Games, I just think the nation got behind. I think when the Jubilee came around, the public got behind the country, and then when the Olympic Games started, it was all about the public. And then the volunteers, and I think the 70,000 volunteers that helped out with the Olympic Games itself, and the volunteers from Team Heathrow over at the airport there, welcoming people when they came into the country. That was the thing that made it for me. As much as, because for any elite athlete you see, the Olympic Games is wonderful, but we get the opportunity once every 4 years to showcase what we can do to the rest of the world and the rest of the country, really. So, but without those volunteers, it wouldn't happen. In the swimming pool itself, I don't know if a lot of you saw, you obviously know the name Michael Phelps. I mean, the greatest inverted commas Olympian has been, 18 gold medals, and he's now retired in a sense. But you saw some wonderful things in the pool, saw some wonderful things on the track, Usain Bolt, Mo Farah, Jess Ennis, and then one of the stories of the Games to me was Kath Granger, the fact that Kath Granger had won 3 silvers and carried on going and went for another Olympics and got a gold in that. So I mean, a huge respect to everybody that took part, but Kath Granger was one of my highlight of the Games, if you like.
Away from the sporting events themselves, how was the camaraderie amongst the other teams and the countries?
Well, I didn't compete this year, so you'd have to ask the others. No, but I think
you were in the village. You did quite a bit of commentary along Clare Baldwin.
Yeah, I did, but I didn't go into the Olympic. I didn't actually go into the Olympic Village this time. So I was in the Olympic Park. But the thing that, like I say, that what blew me away was just how the public engaged with the Olympic Games. And I think any minority sports person will tell you there's more sport out there than just football. Because all we ever see is on TV is football. And I think that, for minority sport, once every 4 years is the opportunity for your sport to shine, as it were. And I just hope that on the back of this, because we saw how much the country got behind every sport and how much interest there was in every sport, that the BBC or ITV or Channel 4, they'll show more minority sports. So a lot more rowing, a lot more swimming, a lot more athletics. Because I think the whole thing is about inspiring the next generation of elite athletes, but more importantly, I sort of talk about a skyscraper. At the top of the skyscraper, elite sports showcase what's possible with the human body in sport. But the grassroots, the foundations of that skyscraper is people that get the health and social benefits of sport, and that's the most important thing. And that's what the Olympic Games is about, showcasing other sports, showcasing the best people in the world at what they do, but then hopefully kids want to get involved in those sports.
As I said, the inspiring generation message well and truly went out there, which is fantastic. You yourself are heavily involved in nurturing the young talent coming through and getting into swimming more so. What else is going on behind the scenes with that, with working with the schools?
I think this is going to be the testing time now. The whole legacy that's going to be left is going to be about giving children an opportunity to play sport. And that goes down to grassroots, that goes down to schools, and it's how the government and the schools implement those things, and it's not selling off school playing fields and the fields that we do have and the facilities that we do have, using them and making them open and making them available for everybody else. So it's going to be a long-term thing. I'm not going to happen in 1 year, it's going to happen in 4 years, 10 years or so, but it's giving everyone the opportunity to to do it, and we won't get the opportunity by closing these things down.
No.
I mean, if I explain my Olympic career to you, if you like, I went to 5 Olympic Games. I went to 1988 in Seoul, 92 Barcelona, 96 Atlanta, 2000 Sydney. I missed 2004 in Athens for injury, and then 2008 in Beijing. So I went to 5 games. But this is why I take my hat off to Steve Williams and Kath Granger, because I went to 5 Olympic Games and I won no Olympic gold medals. That's where you go, That's where Kath Granger comes over and gives you one of hers, because she's got 4, she's got too many. But no, I mean, a story of my career really was, I talk about reaching for the stars. I tried to reach for Olympic gold medal. That's what any minority sports person wants to do and wants to win. But by aiming for the stars, I won 6 World Championships, 2 European Championships, and 11 European Championships and 2 Commonwealth Games that broke the world record 8 times. But I never achieved my ultimate. I never achieved my ultimate dream, and I think that's what, I always sort of say to people, if you can look in the mirror at the end of the day, you can say you did your best possible. I did my best possible. I wasn't the best. I wasn't the best in the day. Once in 4 years for the Olympics, I didn't get it right, but sometimes I got it right. And I think the message out there for everybody is, whatever you do, whatever sport you do, whatever you do in work, whatever you do in play, just try and be the best that you can be, because there's always someone out there that's better than you. It's just trying to do as well as you can do.
And away from sport for yourself, you've been in quite a few TV shows as well. Is there any show that may be running at the moment that you're trying to pin your name or down on and aiming to get into?
And I did a show called, does anyone watch Strictly Come Dancing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you remember me in Strictly Come Dancing?
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm going now. No, I did Strictly Come Dancing 4 years ago. I went out halfway through. So just to let you know, that's why I mentioned about the swimming, how good I was at swimming, because everyone really remembers me as a really bad dancer. Alright, an average dancer. I had to take my top off to get votes. No, I don't do it anymore. Steve Williams can do it now for you. But no, I mean, the thing is, there's various shows out there, various celebrity shows, and from Strictly Come Dancing to Ice Dancing to Get Me Out of There, and everyone's got a price. But I haven't been asked yet. No, I'll be quite good at ice dancing because it's frozen water.
Yeah.
But no, I've got no intentions. There's lots of other shows, lots of other things. I kind of like the TV work I do. I don't know if you saw a lot of the swimming with myself and Claire Balding.
Yeah.
We love Claire Balding, don't we?
Yeah.
But Claire Balding's only as good as her anchor man. I held that show together. And if you noticed that, she was stuffed without me. Seriously. No, she was absolutely brilliant. And she was the highlight of the games for me on the television. She's so enthusiastic and so interested, and that makes it easy for any athlete. Me sitting there talking to her because she's interested in the sport and she loves the sport and she's
so knowledgeable as well, isn't
absolutely.
she? Absolutely. Every sport, heavily involved in rugby league. I know myself personally. Okay, so you're still going to be around for some photos once we've brought our live act on, but right now we have our raffle to do. Thank you, Susan.